Kia ora e te whanau. It is Wednesday and I am Neen the Joy Ninja. Welcome back to another session of stashing $400 this week towards my everyday expenses and sinking funds. Shall we count it? We'll count it. 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 5, 95, 100. Right, so that is $400. 100 of this is saved up. I saved it up in a savings challenge. I do those on Sundays. Oh, if you haven't subscribed, would you consider subscribing? And if you have subscribed, thank you. Welcome back. Give us a bit of a like, because that just helps the video reach a wider audience, and I'm all about encouraging regular people to create abundance with the amount of money that they have. I don't have a lot, but I have found that cash stuffing really helps me stress a whole lot less about what income I do have. It helps me prioritize and save for the things that I really need. Let us have a look. And if you're new to cash stuffing, the way that I got started, and what I would suggest for anyone looking to dip their toe into this before you get binders and all of that, just have a look at your spending, decide the top 3 things that you spend most, and most people it's going to be food and petrol and maybe something else, you know, like maybe personal expenses. I get that out in cash and leave your card at home, or just tell yourself you're not going to swipe your card. Just use the cash and try to stick within that amount. So if you run out, that's it till the next time you get paid. And save the change, because this stuff adds up and you can do a lot with it. We'll count that in a wee bit. I have Pearl, my elephant here. She is getting $3 today. Right, so this little purse is change from my personal money. I give myself 20 bucks a week, and I have decided this month, and I did this last month as well, to put it all in here. And I'm saving up $90, which is going to go into my adventure fund when I'm done. So a week and a couple of days left. I'm really looking forward to being done with this, actually, and having personal spending money again. But it's been good to deliberately spend less. Now when it comes to our everyday spending, we are not spending less, well, not much less. Our food budget is steady at 140. I actually went to an ATM that just gave me $50 notes, and the other denominations were what I'd managed to save in my savings challenge. So, you know, there might be a bit of changing stuff out as we go. Do you know what? I think now's the time to do some changing out. Sorry about that, folks. So I had to go back into one of my binders, my savings challenge binder, where I've got smaller denominations, and figure out the right denominations to get through this cash stuffing. So food was 140, petrol is getting its regular 40. Fun, sadly, is getting nothing, and the reason for that is that yesterday was karate and we're finishing at 5:30 at the moment. It was a really busy day. I am finding it super difficult to then go home and cook, so took the easy way out and got takeaways on the way home. So essentially we had $20 and I already spent it. Now this is my, what you might call short-term binder or variable expenses. In here I'm going to put in $10 into my household. It has 10. I did spend a little bit from here on extra double plugs. So it's now got 20. The pin money is going to get, actually the pin money will get $20, but because I'm going to end up stuffing it into Pearl, I'll just put in what's required at the end, from whatever denominations are left over. Now beauty and health, I thought I would play the maybe not game. If you haven't seen one of my cash stuffings and you don't know about this is from Liz or Less. It's free. I'm just using this as a fun way to change things up and save a bit. My maybe is going to be beauty this week. Maybe not is going to be health. So the questions are, have I received stitches? Yes. I think I mentioned earlier with the question about having broken bones that I've never broken a bone, but I am lauded as the most accident prone person in my family. So yeah, plenty of stitches. One of my earliest memories is falling off a swing at our house and having it come back and hit me just above my eye, so I still got a scar above my eyebrow. And I remember that happening, and I remember going to the doctor's surgery to get the stitches, and my father telling me if I managed to get through that without crying, he'd buy me a jelly tip on the way home, which I did. So I got me my jelly tip. Have I gone hunting? I have had the opportunity, and I decided I would stay back in the lodge. I'm such a wuss. I can't kill stuff. I'm sorry. Have I made a snow angel? Heck yeah. And a sand angel. Have I been trapped in an elevator? Well, no. And again, back in my days as a student in Wellington, I lived in some pretty dodgy apartment buildings with some pretty dodgy old school elevators. The ones that have the concertina door that you pull across, like it's made out of metal. That thing used to hiss and wheeze and rattle, and yeah, it was not fun. But never got stuck in it. And the last one is gotten stuck on a ride at a theme park. I've never been to a theme park. I know. What am I like? There's only one theme park in New Zealand, and it's in Auckland. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I've been to like water theme parks where they have loads of slides and stuff like that, but nothing that like has a ride, you know, like a roller coaster. I've never been on a roller coaster or anything like that. So $5 per answer means that beauty today is going to get $10, and I'm starting from zero because I had a bit of a spend up. Just as an aside, one of the benefits of having a beauty and a health envelope is that I have personal money that is separate from that. So even though I am stuffing my personal money in a savings challenge, I still had money in an envelope to go and get my collagen tablets and a facial scrub and a new mascara, which I really needed. My old one's dried out. So, you know, I just mentioned that because I've made that separation between, in the old days, I used to budget, and all of that personal stuff kind of lumped under one thing, and I always felt like I never had enough money to go around. But it's been quite nice to separate these things out into envelopes. And okay, I'm only putting $10 in there, but that will build up. And there's a particular serum I would really like. Yeah, I might be able to afford it in about a month. Health is going to get 15. which is all to the good, because still seeing physio, and I think I've got to go have a conversation with my doctor for maintenance purposes. So health has got 50, 60, 75, 80. And then my clothing budget this week, clothes is going to get $10. And it's got 20 in there. We could still use some more woolen socks and maybe a pair of slippers, but we're all right for the moment. We're slap bang in the middle of autumn and it's lovely autumnal weather. Giving is going to get $1, but it has $4 in there, so I'm gonna take that out, give it 5, and then I can give my daughter her $14 allowance. She just gets an allowance based on age. My younger child hasn't quite cottoned on to that yet. So there's her $14 and she'll get that a wee bit later. Okay, lastly, I do sinking funds. The dentist has been, well, the dentist has been a whole thing. Got braces happening in a couple of months, and then next Monday I've got my appointment to have my root planing done. So there's $1,000 put aside in a bank account for braces. We're just going to put $100 in today. That's the savings challenge monies that I was able to save up. So now I have 150, 75. 175 should be enough to get my root planing done in cash, and so I can leave that $1,000 for braces alone, which is really good. Happy with that. Kids fun. This is just a little bit extra that I'm saving for the next school holidays. I'm going to give that 5 today. So it has 20. I'd love to be able to give it more, but just at the moment, whatever I can give it is cool. That's enough. FREEBIES. Yeah, so I'm unintentionally the cat lady off The Simpsons. I have $100 in the bank. I have 2 grown cats and one of them had kittens, so that's 4 cats in total. I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 95. So that's 195 put aside for their pets. And those 2 kittens are going to need to be fixed soon. So I do have a quotation on how much that needs to be, and this will continue to be a priority this year. Car is just going to get its regular $5. I've got 100 in the bank. It gets that last 5, so it's 115. And I think my Warriner Fitness is coming up in June, so I have enough there to cover that, and then my registration is happening in October, so going well with that. Celebrations. Today I am going to skip Christmas and give $20 to Matariki. That's how we're going to work that. So this is a little $90 savings tracker. So far I've got 45, so I'm exactly halfway there. Matariki is the 14th of July, so I've got plenty of time to make that up. Christmas is getting skipped. Birthdays has $40 in there, and that's for a birthday that's happening this week, so I'm actually going to unstuff that and put that in my wallet a little bit later, That's going to pay for extra food so I can make a cake and do a roast for that person's birthday, probably next weekend. I've got $20 in there and I'm wondering what have I done. Oh, that last $20 is going to be my personal money for this week. So I will just put it in here. Go and do my groceries and my petrol and see if I can change that into smaller notes so that I can, smaller denominations, so that I can feed it into Pearl over the next week. Right, that's just about it. Let's give this a quick count. So the change jar is getting $5.50 this week. It would have been more, but the kids needed to raid my change for some school stuff and for bus fares. But yeah, I love being able to have a bit of change for those kinds of things. If you've got kids at school, you know, that's a good reason to do some things in cash. I'm still keeping my digital fund going for the kids' schooling stuff. So $30 a week gets put into a separate account. And that's purely for school books, stationery, uniform, school activities like field trips and whatnot. And I'm also from this week setting up a $30 AP to go into the dental account to help start preparing me for braces, because when they go on in July, I think it's July, mid-July, I'm going to start having to pay an automatic payment for the next 18 months of about $30 a week. Anyway, that's all from me. I would like to do a cash stuffing, a savings challenge stuffing on Sunday, but I'm not sure that I will have enough money to do that. Just because, look, I'm really thankful to the person, Jessica, who bought me some coffees over on Buy Me a Coffee. You need to have a minimum amount of $20 in there before they'll let you take it out. So I'm just going to let that build up a little bit. And in terms of my shop, thank you so much. If you bought one of my binders on sale, I've now sold all of the binders, and for now I won't be getting any more in. Go and check out Polygirl Budgets. She has a shop on Instagram. I'm not much of an Instagram user, but if you are, you should definitely go and follow Polygirl Budgets. And she sells binders, so go and hit her up for a binder if you would like. I am still selling my envelopes, my challenges, all the accoutrements, the little bits and pieces that go alongside budgeting and just make it fun and pretty. So on Sunday, I'm thinking I will have a video, but it might not be stuffing this bad boy. It might be something slightly different. So stay tuned for that. I hope you have a lovely week. Enjoy the sun while it's around. Kia ora.